Hey guys, Sandra here from Gitana Styling and the Fashion Entrepreneur Club, here today for another Fashionpreneur chat with you. So today we're going to talk about a topic that might seem a little out there, but it's really tangible because it affects what we do every day, and I think it affects our results a lot. So what I'm going to talk about is your level of stress, the level of stress that you have throughout the day, the level of stress you feel when you're working. There's nothing better than being in the flow, right? Getting into the flow, working and sending emails and doing phone calls and having those days when the day just swings by, you look at the clock and you're like, oh my God, how is the day over? And you just feel accomplished and you had so much fun. And then there's those other days that you're just like bumping into things and things are not really happening. And you just have this energy that it's not good, that it feels like stress, right? And it's just making everything so hard, and then by the end of the day you finish the day and you feel like you really didn't accomplish anything. So how do we get into that flow state? So I've been hearing a lot of different people out there that focus on this subject, and something that they talk about is creativity. So when you jump into a creative activity, right, you get into the flow. So for you as a fashion entrepreneur, this might be a design, right? Maybe you're working on a design, maybe you're creating some graphics if you're a graphic designer, maybe you are doing your styling work, right? You're dressing someone, or you're thinking about colors and textures and different things. And once you start in there, get into that place, then ideas start flowing, and then you're just in the zone, and that's the best way to have that feeling of flow. And then you just like your insights keeps telling you, do this, do that, oh, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? Ideas come up, and that is the best way to get things done. By the contrary, when we're doing things that we really don't want to do, we get stuck, right? We get stuck and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. And then you have a problem with the technology, and then something else happens. And then it's just a chain reaction, right? It just keeps going to the next, into the next, into the next. So I'm going to share something with you that it's a little bit out there, which is that, I feel like our bodies have wisdom, right? And they really know what's the best for you. Okay, so I feel like when we're doing something that is really not in our best interest because we don't want to do it, or we're not inspired to do it, or we don't feel like doing it, right? It just gives us that resistance, and you have to listen to it, because what happens is you don't listen to it because you think, I need to get this done, and then you go and move forward, and what happens? Something happens to the computer, you face a problem or struggle with something, and then it's just, like I said, a chain reaction of those. If you go and do something first that you really like, that you are in the mood, that the body is telling you like, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that design for that new client? Or why don't you pick the colors for this new mood board? Or why don't you, those things that are calling our attention that need to get done anyway, why don't you start there, right? And give yourself a time frame, right? To see, once you are in that stage, maybe you can jump and do the other things as well. Because when we do something and we're in the mood for it, you can do it super quick. You can do it like that. Everything works perfectly. So I'm not saying don't do the things that you need to do, okay? I'm just saying start with the thing that you want to do the most. Maybe if you have a list, go through it and be like, okay, all the stuff has to get done today. What is the one thing that I want to do right now? And then you go there, and then that's gonna guide you, and you're gonna get it done. So my recommendation to you, try this and see how that works, and let me know how it works for you. Let me know if you get your stuff done, and let me know how you feel about it, because I don't know about you, but we spend so much time working. I'm really always looking for those days that I just feel accomplished and so full of energy. Nothing like finishing the day full of energy because you had an amazing day, right? And so yeah, this is my recommendation to you. Let me know if it works, and let me know if you have any questions about it, and I will see you guys in the next Fashionpreneur chat. Bye guys.